Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wilder, WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man, let's talk about Deontay Wilder. Apparently, he signed with the Saudi Arabia skills challenge people. Also, they said that he could sign with a additional outfit or something like that. I don't know exactly what that means, but I don't have my computer in front of me. But let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. So yeah, he signed with the same people Usyk signed with. I had the right information in the title. Skills challenge, whatever. And you know, those Saudis over there, you know, they sitting on oil. I heard some stories from some dudes that was in, you know, the military back in the day. And a lot of people think the military was over there looking for oil and all that, but he was saying, you know, they was looking for, it was rumors that they were looking for a time machine or something over there. So they got all types of stuff. They got hella money over there. And a lot of people blame Biden for the price, the gas prices going fluctuating up and down. In a way, at this point, it is his fault because the ban on Russia, it hurt, but the sheiks over there and them type of people, they control the price of oil. For people who don't know that, for the majority part, but the reason why everybody kind of going against the U.S. real simple and short. Obviously, you know, people look at it as the dominant country and all that stuff, but a lot of their properly put liberal ways is turning the world off, and the world is not feeling that. But what's so funny about that is, you know, people want to say, well, who are the U.S. in debt with? Go look it up. I'm not going to get that deep into it. I had to look it up, too, at one point in time. So go look at it, and you'll see the connection from the U.S. and notice that they technically never, the Europeans that came over, the British that came over to the United States, they technically never got their freedom. But if you look at that, and I'm not going too deep into it, but they technically never got their freedom. So, but I'm not going to kind of continue to ride into that too much, man. But now I heard that it was a rumor. I'm just calling it a rumor. I don't know Deontay Wilder's personal business, but it was a rumor that Al Haymon still hasn't paid him from his last fight versus Robert Helenius. And that since Al Haymon has not been able to cash him out versus Robert Helenius, that he was allowed the free will to go negotiate other contracts. I'm thinking other fights. He said, I'm an open agent, I'm an open fighter, I'm open to work with whoever. In my mind, you know, my small, simple-minded ass in this situation was just thinking, oh, maybe he could just go negotiate terms on the fight, and Al Haymon just gonna take his little 10 to 20% going right. Usually it's a 33rd and third. For people who ask me about Al Haymon, how much he make, just off the fighters, it's usually 33 and a third, but according to some documents that leaked out from the De La Hoya lawsuit, he take a reduced rate of 10 to 20% or just something like that, 10 to a quarter, in order to, he give up money in order to have control. So in some ways, you know, that control allows him to get that money back, but allegedly. But apparently, yeah, you know, basically Wilder fought, you know, I don't know if he ended up getting money or whatever. He got some pay-per-view back in money. But Wilder ended up basically exchanging, you know, fighting Helenius for his freedom papers. I was free. Now, another rumor is over there at and apparently him and Showtime don't seem to be seeing eye to eye. Neither. So I don't know what's up with Wilder and Showtime. Maybe they don't feel like he worth the $20 million that he should be guaranteed. Because guess what? When they had fights on Fox towards the end of that contract, Al Haymon was paying for that shit out of his pocket. He was paying for the production. He was paying for the purses. He was paying for the undercard out of his pocket. So basically what he did was he probably just allowed Deontay Wilder, all right, man, I'm going to keep your money. I ain't got no money to pay you, but I'm going to grant you your freedom papers. So I'm going to get you your release. Remember T.I. saying LaFace and Babyface, that was the Well, L.A. Reid and LaFace, obviously, that was in, what was the name of that group? LA or some shit. But he said that L.A., he demanded some more financial bagging after I'm Serious, and L.A. Reid was like, well, all right, man. All right. He was like, either you give us our, more money, or you can let us walk. And L.A. Reid was like, well, peace. Peace. Deuces. He said that was end up being the nicest thing anybody else done for him. Me and Kofi was just talking about an interview Fat Joe did, talking about how he left Atlantic. At one point, he was the biggest artist in Atlantic Records. They had his picture on a big old building or somewhere in the building. He came in one day, it was T.I., and T.I. moved 2 million records. He was the new star at Atlantic Records. That's where kind of T.I. went from. He went from LaFace, and I forget the distribution deal they had with LaFace, who it was with. I can't remember who it was with, but then he ended up going to with Atlantic Records, and what happened was, while he was doing all that shit, they was literally didn't have a promo to promote I'm Serious. So they would go all through the ghettos. If you ever living in the dirty South, the real South, some of them, like the Montgomerys, the Hick towns, Macon, Georgia, Arkansas, kind of them gutter cities in the South, even though they really starting to kind of industrialize, and like Charlotte is starting. When I used to go down in the 90s, it didn't used to have much. But now it's a real actual city, and everything is brand new, apartments brand new. But if you go back down, if you ever been down there, you will know, like, you'll see Young Dro coming through there. And I ain't talking about, like, this a concert. Like, nigga, this the middle of the club where they get to fighting in this motherfucker, in the middle of Memphis, where they get to fighting in this. And I seen somebody get knocked out in the club with an 1800 bottle. And no, the 1800 bottle didn't break. And everybody was walking over cuz to get to the bathroom. And they scooped them up, and the party didn't stop. And Young Dro, Young LA, Big Country Kane. You had anybody, like, they were coming through the gutters of the South doing shows. I knew a couple artists that was on the first 48. I'm not gonna say no name because some of them deceased and some didn't been released. But I didn't, dog, them dudes like Dobie and all them dudes, rest in power to him. They used to come to the dangerous clubs in the South, and that's what T.I. and them had to, that's how they hustled I'm Serious, and that's why they asked for more money when he came out. I think with Trap Music was the next album. I had I'm Serious, you know what I'm saying? So my brother was in the South and all that. I knew some people that was in the rap, so I thought it was a dope album, but didn't have a commercial appeal. But no, long story short, Fat Joe got his Freedom Papers, and then he said I dropped Make It Rain, and it it sold 4 million records, and he dropped that independence. So, sometimes, getting your independence is sometimes the best thing that can happen for you. But if but if you know what to do, if you don't know what to do with it, if you ain't a natural hustler, everybody ain't born to be an entrepreneur. Everybody ain't born to figure it out. Some people are born to have an idea. Some people are born to be an employee. Some people are born to be a worker. And then you got guys with ideas and born to be, or that's workers, who really is born to be, and really they potential tell you they should be entrepreneurs and stuff. So, and with the internet, you should be able to figure out everything we need to do if you want to go that route. But it's a risk. Chances make champions. But Wilder getting his independence might end up being the best thing for him. It might end up being the best thing for him. He gonna make a lot of money. They buying up everything over there. Everything is sports. They trying to become the new sports hub. We thought it was just gonna stop with the WWE and boxing and MMA, but they trying to get everything, soccer and all that stuff. So even with all that money, that's gonna be a tough sell. It's always a tough sell when you want to start your own thing, And if I was them personally, in this free game, I don't really care because I ain't got the resources to put it together. I would just do a big 3 for the NBA players in the summer. That's what I would do. Or I would do a one-on-one tournament in the summer, and I would offer a grand prize, maybe a 2-on-2, a 3-on-3, a 1-on-1, and NBA players can come over there and be in some type of tournament. Maybe you do a 2-on-2 and a 1-on-1 tournament, and I would, or some type of big 3 league eventually with NBA players or with NIL, college stars. And I would start out maybe the 3-on-3 is with the college stars, and then the 1-on-1 is with the NBA stars, and they come play 1-on-1. You get some rappers, some singers, some country artists to help promote it in the summer. That's how you kind of get the NBA players and the college players over there, and make their money back tenfold, for sure. That's how you do that. That's how you do that. And then probably purchase All-Star Weekend, you know, one day, you know, try to purchase the NBA Finals, the Super Bowl or something like that. So that's how you do that. But, you know, good for Wilder. You know, sometimes, you know, you got to give up something. And it's hard for people to get out their mind where I got to give up cash. I got to lose money to gain freedom. But sometimes, you know, I mean, people would trade money in to get love, to get loyalty, to get respect, because you can't buy that shit. Usually in this boxing game, you can't buy your freedom. And when you do get your freedom, you know, your prime is gone. So he still got some prime left. He got his freedom. It cost him money. He invested his money. But, you know, for that to happen, for you to hold out like Terrence Crawford, for you to, you know, go through these droughts like Deontay Wilder, like he said, you got to invest your money. You got to, it's the only way. The game of boxing and sports in general, but especially boxing and MMA, is designed to keep you broke. It's designed to keep you in the matrix. People say, well, they getting all this money. You got to understand, they got to pay taxes on the money. They got to pay taxes in the state they fighting in, probably taxes in the city they living in, the state they living in. You got to pay your cut man. You got to pay your trainer. You got to pay a promotional cut. You know what I'm saying? So if you getting $1 million, dude, by the time you pay all that, man, you probably down half a million, if lucky. You know, and 500,000 goes so fast. Especially if you living above your means, you buying jewelry and doing this, that, and the third. So really, these dudes don't have a lot of sponsorships neither. So they ain't doing commercials, they ain't doing movies. So that shit'd be gone quick, fast, in a hurry. So, you know, but it is what it is. I don't know if Al gonna be part of the deal or not part of the deal. I'm just reporting the news. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $sign CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. This I lost my Starburst gum down there, man. When I'm cutting towards the end, bro. Cutting out, you know, that summer cut, all my gym, my lifters and shit. That summer cut be a mug. That summer cut, dude, be a mug. This my last workout, bro. This workout, bro. Fuck that. I already got my cheat meal hit list, bro. I ain't gonna eat bullshit every day though. That's how you put the weight on. But you gotta keep the body in motion and shit. But man, my shit been 3 months and almost a week. I reached my goal pretty fast though. Yeah, I dropped 30 quick, bro. My next goal was 40, so I'm right there. So, but yeah, but with my body type, I don't look at my legs is where my strength is at. I'm like Pacquiao and Crawford. I got legs. But when I cut, like our extreme, like weight loss, I look super duper thin because all my strength is in my legs. But that's all I got, man. Check out the Box Room playlist. It's supposed to be announced pretty soon. Check out the Heavyweight Boxing Talk playlist. Peace.